Namaskar and welcome to our second session of Vesak Buddha Poornima celebrations 2020. This second session is a webinar on the significance of Vesak from the cultural context. It is a joint broadcast by IBC and Lotus Communications Singapore. Dr. Kalinga Sene Viratne, the Director of Lotus Communication, will be moderating the webinar live from Sydney, Australia. So it's over to Dr. Kalinga Sena Viratne.
Ayubowan and welcome to Celebrating Vesak, a virtual cultural journey. A special webcast brought to you by Lotus Communication Network in association with the International Buddhist Confederation. Today, in this Buddhist era of 2564, we are celebrating Vesak in the virtual world, reflecting on the Dhamma with the aid of music and song. Usually at Vesak time, we go to the temple to pay homage to the Buddha and listen to chanting and sermons. In this program, short sermons will be interspersed with Buddhist music and song. As a new era of communication dawns, we hope you will enjoy this presentation. I am Kalinga Seniradna bringing to you this program from Sydney, Australia. And joining me from Calcutta in India is Madhushree Chowdhury.
Namaskar, I am Madhushree Chowdhury. For the first time in living memory, most of us are living in a state of fear and uncertainty. We may call this a crisis of human insecurity. But as Lord Buddha has taught us in his Dhamma that life is impermanent and there is always a hope if you follow the path of Dhamma. We will now join Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, the Secretary General of International Buddhist Confederation, to welcome you all to this very special Vesak cultural journey. He will be speaking to us from Tripura, northeast of India.
Namaste, Namo Buddhaya. I most respectfully welcome you all to this online program initiated by Lotus Communication Network and International Buddhist Confederation jointly. We are experiencing fear and uncertainty across the globe. There may be several reasons, but one of the obvious reasons is COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected millions of people around the world. This is the time when we are going to celebrate the most auspicious day, the three blessed day of Buddha, the Vesak day, Buddha Poornima. We can invoke the positive energy, the Kusala Kamma, which has the power to work as antidote to address the pandemic, fear and uncertainty which are hovering upon human lives. I would like to convey best wishes, prayers and blessings to all and request everyone to be positive and develop positive energy, the kusala kamma, all the good things, good feelings, so that we can be safe and use the time meaningfully, happily, and overcome this kind of unexpected, undesired, abnormal situation. May all the living beings in the world be safe, secure, and peaceful. Thank you, everyone.
Usually a Buddhist program, especially in the Theravada tradition, begins with the taking of 3 refuges and Panchashila. Well, we haven't forgotten that, but this time we are going to bring you something different, a musical invocation of the 3 refuges and Panchashila. This presentation comes to you from Hours Buddhist Television in Nagpur in Maharashtra, India.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Pāṇātipātā vīramani, sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi, adinnadāna vīramani, sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi. Kāmesu miccācārā vīramani, sikkhapadam samadhiyāmi. Musāvādā सिक्खापदं समाधियामि सुरामेरयमज्जपमादठाणा वीरमणि सिक्खापदं समाधियामि सब्बपापस्सकरणं कुशलस्य उपसम्पदा सच्चित्तपर्योदपणम् एतं बुद्धानशासनं साधु साधु साधु.
1,000 years of Buddhist history in Bengal had a profound influence on the modern era Indian literacy stalwarts like Swami Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore and many others. Swami Vivekananda was an ardent lover of Buddha. In his homage to the Buddha, he wrote a long poem titled Namo Sambuddhaya. Based on this poem, Calcutta-based Atudip, a foundation for interaction of Indian culture, philosophy and heritage with a special focus on Buddhism, will now present Namo Sambuddhaya, a theatre collage along with music, dance, Pali chantings, Indian traditional and devotional songs as well as Tagore songs. It is produced and presented to you by Madhuchris Chowdhury, a Bengali cultural heritage activist and an enthusiastic member of the International Buddhist Confederation.
Buddha, I desire. He is my God. He came to my room in my life, suddenly in my childhood. I was then a schoolboy, meditating in a closed room. All on a sudden appeared a radiant person before me, looking at me with telling eyes, as if to say something. Overwhelmed was I, and prostrate, bowed at his feet. But I took fright, and opening the door foolishly, I came out. I failed to listen to what he had to say. Still I know, and know it for certain, it was Lord Buddha who came to me.
Sadhu kogo, premi kogo, pagolo go, dharay asho.
Konalote pranir prodip jale, tumi dharay asho.
এই অকুল সংসারে দুঃখ আঘাত তোমার প্রাণে বিনা ঝংকারে ঘোর বিপদ মাঝে কোন জননীর মুখের হাসি দেখিয়া হাসো
কোন আলোতে প্রাণের প্রদীপ जाले
Later, while I sat in meditation under the Bodhi tree at Gaya, I was startled. Is it possible? Buddha's meditation in the dense forest was not for his own salvation. Why is there so much sorrow in the world? Why? With this anguish, he was cut and bruised all over. Follow Lord Buddha, who, before Buddhahood, was born and passed away 500 times. Buddha's religion spread rapidly, not for this philosophy, but for his extraordinary love. In the annals of man, it was the first great heart, molten with compassion, that moistened all creatures.
ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন, ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন। তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে, তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেমে রত্ন ধন, পাবি রে প্রেমে রত্ন ধন। ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন। খোঁজ 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 খুঁজলে পাবি হৃদয় মাঝে বৃন্দাবন। খোঁজ 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 খুঁজলে পাবি হৃদয় মাঝে বৃন্দাবন। দীপ 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 জ্ঞানের বাতি, দীপ 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 জ্ঞানের বাতি, হৃদয়ে জ্বলবে অনুক্ষণ, হৃদয়ে জ্বলবে অনুক্ষণ। ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার।
Boundless strength man has. Why should we pray to God forever? No, everyone must have, through exertions and religious practices, to go deep to the source of boundless strength. Exertion is the highest prayer, not words. Carry on worship through walk in silence. Majestic in death was Buddha, as in life. A lower caste man offered him an article of food prepared with bad ingredients in an unclear environment. Buddha told his disciples, "Don't take this, but I can't refuse it. Go and tell that man he has rendered me the highest service, freed me from the bondage of this body." Ananda, his beloved disciple, was weeping. Scolding him, Buddha said, "Know it for certain, Buddha is not a specific individual. It is an exalted state, attainable by anybody."
idam khopana bhikkhave dukkha nirodha gamini patipada ariya satyam ayameva ariyo atthangiko makko seyatthidam sammadithit samma sankappo samma vacha सम्मा सती सम्मा समाधि
Imi V is one of the most well-known Asian Buddhist artists based in Malaysia. We now bring you one of her songs in Chinese, the Vesak story.
教悉达多，降生在古代印度国。出生的时候，九龙很洒吉祥，水翻身走越天女五天同住。 教悉达多，长大出家为了解脱。悟道的时候，荣华富贵皆抛开，生老病死一看破。五天同住。 成了我们的佛陀，出世的时候，但愿众生的离苦，不为自己求安乐。
is a Nepali nun of Tibetan descent who has made a name of herself in the world music arena, presenting Buddha Dhamma through Tibetan and Nepali songs and chants. She is the founder of Nuns Welfare Foundation a global envoy for International Buddhist Confederation, and an UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. We will now bring you the Great Compassion Mantra, which has created waves internationally through YouTube. People and gods who recite and hold this Great Compassion Mantra dear to their hearts will not suffer from 15 kinds of bad death and will obtain 15 kinds of good birth, says the lyrics of this song. Anicho and Rolma from Kathmandu, Nepal.
Dr. Christy Chang is one of the 8 joint presidents of the International Buddhist Confederation and the only layperson among them. She was a former president of the Sakyadhita International Association of Buddhist Women and currently chairs the Sakyadhita International Conference Organizing Committee. She welcomes all of you to join them in their 17th Sakyadhita International Conference in Sarawak, East Malaysia in December 2021. In this video PowerPoint presentation from Taipei, Taiwan, Dr. Chang will focus on Vesak in the Mahayana Chinese Buddhist tradition.
Vesak, or the Chinese translation, 卫赛节, to any Buddhist in Taiwan, most likely you're going to get a response like, huh? Okay, but if you are to say 浴佛节, Bathing Buddha Festival, to anyone, not just a Buddhist, anyone in Taiwan would know what you're talking about. Well, that's because we celebrate the Buddha's enlightenment on lunar December 8th, the Buddha's Mahaparinibbana on lunar February 15th. No such term as the 3-in-1 Vesak. And around the same time of the Vesak day, we celebrate the Buddha's birthday on lunar April 8th in the Mahayana Chinese tradition. Well, here for Mahayana Chinese tradition, I'm referring to countries such as China, including Hong Kong, Macau, and Korea, Japan. Although in Japan, mainland Japan these days, they celebrate according to the solar calendar. And yet in Okinawa, they stick to the same lunar April 8th, and also in Vietnam and Taiwan. And here's what we do in Taiwan. All the temples will then place a baby Buddha statue in the center of a bathing tub, very elaborated one for sure. Sometimes it's golden with the 9 dragons, according to the legend, and many, many flowers. And these days we see a lot of large-scale celebrations, such as the one in Korea. I participated in the Buddha's birthday celebration in this Lotus Lantern parade. That's one of the largest walking to the streets, for example, and they block the whole street in Insadong, downtown Seoul, Korea. And in Taiwan too, we see the very large so-called occupying activity, which brings 25,000 people together. Here, you're not seeing a temple. This is not a temple. This is, Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, a public sphere. And of course, this doesn't take place this year. Because of COVID-19, it's canceled. So I'm showing you the pictures from last year. And also, this is not the lunar April 8th, because some large Buddhist organizations such as Tzu Chi Foundation, Fo Guangshan, they decide to celebrate this together with the Mother's Day on the second weekend of May, so that they allow more people to join. Whereas most temples in Taiwan still stick to the lunar April 8th. It's all around the island. You can see people gathering together to celebrate, or I should say all around the globe, because there are Buddhists practicing in the Mahayana Chinese tradition everywhere in the world. My personal first time in doing the Buddha bathing actually took place in Honolulu, Hawaii, for example. When I became a Buddhist there back in 1993. And usually there's a background music as we bathe the baby Buddha statue. And it's the verse for bathing Buddhas. If the program time allows, maybe Dr. Kalinga can share a little chunk with you. And this verse goes like, as I now bathe all thus come ones, Buddha Tathagatas, may pure wisdom adorn the ocean of meritorious virtues. May sentient beings with the 5 defilements depart from the dust of afflictions and together realize the Tathagata's pure Dharma body. And as most Buddhas in the Mahayana Chinese tradition belong to the Pure Land school, we are also reminded, to keep in mind as we bathe the Buddha, that we are transforming the defilement of the kalpa into an ocean-wide assembly of purity. We are transforming the defilement of views into immeasurable light of wisdom. We are transforming the defilement of afflictions into the eternal still light of peace. We are transforming the defilement of sentient beings into lotus flower transformed beings. And as we bathe the Buddha statue, we are transforming the defilement of limited lifespans into immeasurable life. And due to COVID-19, although in Taiwan there's no lockdown and we don't have any movement restriction, still people are staying very careful. So only the venerables in the temples, they do the bathing ritual, mostly by themselves without a big crowd. And the followers will then join online. They join the ritual through the computer, as you can see. And many big organizations have also developed the Bathing Buddha apps online so that people can do it by themselves. So that's my very brief introduction of the Bathing Buddha Festival in Taiwan. And let's hope that COVID-19 will pass very soon so that maybe one day as the flights resume, you get to join the Bathing Buddha Festival in Taiwan in person. May all beings be free from suffering. Amitabha.
We will now bring you a joint recitation of the Heart Sutra by Dr. Christy Chang and Dr. Frank Tien. This chant is a mantra, the heart and the essence of Prajnaparamita Sutra, the most popular Mahayana Sutra. Dr. Frank Tien is a computer scientist with a PhD in law and digital currency. He is also a Buddhist musician who tries to express his Dhamma through the language of arts.
Vesak is celebrated in Sri Lanka on a grand scale and it lasts for 3 whole days. In this short segment from Lotus Communication Network, we gives you a glimpse of Vesak in Sri Lanka. On the full moon day, the daytime is devoted to spiritual activities. And people come early in the morning to temple, dressed in white, to observe Sil, that is, taking the 8 precepts for the day. Both young and old take part in it, sometimes as a family activity. It is at night that the whole country takes a festive atmosphere. When the lanterns and pandals lit up, stage shows begin, and people in their thousands take to the street to see the decorations. These take place over 3 consecutive nights. The pictures on the pandals depict Buddha's life story or episodes from Jataka stories, that is, the previous lives of the Buddha. These stories are related over the public address system, sometimes in poetry or in song. This year it will be a different Vesak in Sri Lanka. No pandals, no large lanterns and street decorations, as Sri Lanka tries to control the coronavirus with large-scale lockdowns. Venerable Dr. Omalpe Sobita Mahathira is a Joint Secretary of the International Buddhist Confederation and a Buddhist leader in Sri Lanka. In this special Vesak message, Venerable Dr. Sobita Mahathira talks about a vaccine we need to overcome the current human security crisis, which is available from within the Buddha Dhamma.
Dear friends, today we are celebrating Vesak Day. This is the 2564th Vesak Day. As you all know, the significance of Vesak is commemorating the 3 events of the Buddha's life: birth of Prince Siddhartha, enlightenment of ascetic Siddhartha, the passing away of the enlightened one, the Buddha. This time we are celebrating Vesak Day in very particular circumstances due to coronavirus epidemic. Of course, all of us are willing to overcome this virus epidemic problem. We are willing to eliminate the coronavirus epidemic. Scientists, doctors are trying and working hard to find out the solution, invent the vaccine to eliminate the virus. Meantime, we also must work on this to eliminate the virus inside, within. Regarding this, the Buddha invented and also prescribed very important vaccine which has very powerful 4 ingredients. Those ingredients are metta, karuna, mudita, upekha. Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy and equanimity. So these are the virtues, very important and very powerful ingredients which can be injected and also used to keep mind healthy, happy and peaceful. So let us take this opportunity. The coronavirus doesn't allow us for outdoor activities, but take this opportunity as a good opportunity and positive way. We celebrate Vesak as indoor activities. We perform indoor activities. So make use of this opportunity to use this particular vaccine and then celebrate Vesak meaningfully. On this particular day you can have a gathering. So early morning observe 5 precepts, 8 precepts or 10 precepts. Then perform these rituals, pujas, chanting, the recitation of those holy sutras of the Buddha. Then take time to meditate. Extend love and kindness towards all. Start from yourself. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May my friends, may my fellow members, may my fellow country members, and for all those living beings be well and happy. May the coronavirus be eliminated. With this particular thought, compassionate thought, love and kindness, you extend these wishes for the well-being of all. By that way, you can celebrate Vesak meaningfully. This is the positive time. Actually, positive means meaningful time, more useful time. Let us celebrate Vesak accordingly, following all those instructions, the healthy and government instructions, then we can celebrate well. So, by this way, this will be a meaningful Vesak day. Wish you a happy Vesak day. Wish you all the best. May the triple gem bless you all.
May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be injected with the vaccine of Buddha Dhamma to overcome the fears and anxieties we face today. Good advice indeed. We will now bring you a special song based on Buddha's advice to young Sigala on how to develop true friends. This is Lotus Communication Network's first Buddhist music television production in collaboration with Metta Musical Group in Sri Lanka.
සසර දුකයි භයංකරයි බීත කරයි කලන මිතුරු සැපය මිසක අන් සැපයක් ඇත්ද සැකයි මිතුරු වෙසින් පවිටු දනන් නිරයේ දොර ඇරදේවි වචේ පරම මිතුරු තොමෝ දුකකදී ළඟ නොහිටීවි සසර දුකයි භයංකරයි බීත කරයි කලන මිතුරු සැපය මිසක අන් සැපයක් ඇත්ද සැකයි කනබොන පළඳින හැම විදි සමාජ ඇසුරින් ලැබෙන්නේ හොඳ වැඩමින් නරක වැඩත් ඇතැම් මිතුරු ඔජ වඩන්නේ සසර දුකයි භයංකරයි බීත කරයි කලන මිතුරු සැපය මිසක අන් සැපයක් ඇත්ද සැකයි සසර පුරා කලන ගුණෙන් යුතු මිතුරන් හමු වේවා පව්පින් අදහන ලෝකෙක මගේ උපතක් සිදු වේවා සසර දුකයි භයංකරයි බීත කරයි කලන මිතුරු සැපය මිසක අන් සැපයක් ඇත්ද සැකයි
That was Buddha's advice to young Singhala in song. The lyrics were based on the Singalavada Sutra. This project is designed to introduce Buddha Dhamma to young people in their own language. The music clip. Lotus Communication Network will be producing 4 more songs in coming months. We now bring you a song from Buddhists of Malaysia, Dreams of My Heart. This song is sung by I. James, a long-standing Malaysian Buddhist musical group.
I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you. Oh, I open the doors of my heart for you, yes, for you. I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you. No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you. No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you. I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you. Oh, I open the doors of my heart for you, yes, for you.
I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you.
No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you. No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you. I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you. Oh, I open the doors of my heart for you, yes, for you. I open the doors of my heart for you, for you, for you, for you. No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you. No matter what happens, these words are true. My heart stays open for you.
We will now bring you another Vesak message from Sydney, Australia. From the Malaysian-born Buddhist monk Bhante Mahinda, abbot of the Aloka Meditation Center near Sydney, and also the founder and spiritual director of the Aloka Foundation, Malaysia. Bhante Mahinda will now focus on the virtues and qualities of Buddha and is relevant in this current situation.
Vesak commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and the great passing away, or Mahaparinibbana, of the Buddha. As we celebrate Vesak, we should recall to mind of the great virtues and qualities of the Buddha. He was above all an embodiment of great wisdom and compassion. And the foundation of these great qualities lies in the cultivation of metta and mindfulness. Owing to the lockdown during Vesak this year, you will not be able to visit temples and make offerings, prayers, and so on as usual. But nothing can stop you from visiting your inner temple, as the real temple lies within your own hearts. So please cultivate loving kindness and compassion. With regards to making offerings or puja, there are two kinds of puja. First is the Amisa puja, and this refers to the offerings of light, incense, flowers, including all the material offerings. You will still be able to do this through the e-Vesak celebration with e-offerings of lights and so on. The second type of offering is called Pratipatti Puja, the offering of your practice. And this is what you should try to focus throughout the full moon day of Vesak. Practicing metta meditation, at least twice a day, morning and night. The best if you can start early morning before sunrise and conclude at sunset. During the day, you should cultivate mindfulness and watch your thoughts, speech, and body actions so that you do not transgress the 5 or the 8 precepts, whichever you choose to observe. At the end of the day, you should offer whatever merits you have acquired to the Buddha, to all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future, and then share the merits with all the Dhamma protectors and the guardian deities, those who have been guiding and protecting you, as well as those in your locality where you live, and then also dedicate merits for the spiritual well-being and happiness of all your departed relatives, teachers, and friends. And finally, make a firm determination or resolution that you will continue to grow in the Dhamma's path, developing the qualities of wisdom and compassion until your final liberation, so that you'll be able to help others, whoever that comes by your way. With this, I wish you all a very happy Vesak, and may the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha be with you all always. May all beings be well and happy.
Our next musical presentation is also from Malaysia. Dr. Victor V, an executive committee member of the International Buddhist Confederation, is a pioneer of Buddhist music in Asia, composing songs in English going back to the 1970s when he formed the Wayfarers musical group. In this musical presentation, the Wayfarer sings about the flower of mankind.
Rohini reposes waters, tinged with the moonlit tide. Mountain is high, Sumeru, gazed on with wondering pride, wondering pride. Planets in the starry orbits stopped for a while in pace. Gods in a shaken heavens, down to the earth they raised. Birds in their flaming feathers, beasts in their vest of gold, fish on the water surface make themselves dare be bold, dare be bold. Skies gray have lost their darkness, silver moon shines instead. Lotuses open in glory, honoring Gautama great. He sounded life's big secret, his measured life's big dawn. He knows the way and watchword, flower of mankind is born, flower is born.
The ancient Indonesian kingdom of Sriwijaya was a stronghold of Buddhist spirituality and education for many centuries. It was during this time that the Javanese built the amazing monument or the temple in Borobudur in homage to the Buddha. And even today many people call it the eighth wonder of the world. Today, the Borobudur Temple is a historic monument, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And every year on Vesak Day, Buddhists are allowed to use the shrine for worship. So every Vesak Day, Indonesian Buddhists and Buddhists from other parts of Asia come here and they march in procession from Mendur Temple to the Borobudur Temple for a religious festival. Last year, I joined them and filmed this on my mobile phone.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Indonesian Buddhists, like their counterparts in neighboring Malaysia, are also very active in Buddhist musical presentations. One such singer is Lunawati Swito, whose stage name is Lina. This song is specially composed for Vesak. It is titled as Parinibbana and is sung in Bahasa Indonesia. This is produced in karaoke style of singing, as this karaoke style of singing is very popular in Indonesia. So now, from Indonesia, Jakarta, Buddhist singer Lina with Parinibbana.
Terbuai dalam cengkraman duka.
of this virtual celebration of Vesak Day, and it will be appropriate for us at this stage to bring you a unique piece of soothing music from BV Navapan, Thailand. This music will calm and heal the disturbed minds. So now we bring the crystal singing bowl music from Thailand, composed and performed by BV Navapan. Our final presentation from the Singaporean artist Ang Kang Kee, drawing our attention from the four separables, the causes of suffering and freeing ourselves from all sufferings, the causes of happiness and freeing ourselves from all attachments and aversions. So now we bring you Ang Kang Kee from Singapore.
May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the supreme bliss, which is free from all suffering. May they come to rest in the non-conceptual equanimity, which is free from all attachment and aversion. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the supreme bliss, which is free from all suffering. May they come to rest in the non-conceptual equanimity, which is free from all attachment and aversion. May they never be separate from the supreme bliss, which is free from all suffering. May they come to rest in the non-conceptual equanimity, which is free from all attachment and aversion.
You have been watching a celebration of Vesak, a virtual cultural journey, a production of Lotus Communication Network in association with the International Buddhist Confederation. My heartfelt thanks and appreciation to all those who contributed material for this webcast in these difficult times. And also a big thank you to all of you for watching this program. I am Kalinga Seniratna in Sydney, and along with Madhusri Chowdhury in Calcutta, let us wish you safety, good health and happiness.
I'm Madhusri from Kolkata, being with you all this time celebrating the Vesak Day virtually. May you all free yourself from all the attachments and aversions that hinder your happiness. May you all be well and happy. Namaskar.